Thanks for choosing us for your home of independent, fearless, and credible journalism. We start with the New Patriotic Party because they have officially opened nominations for the Menchia South parliamentary seat vacated by the outgoing Member of Parliament, Dr. Matthew Poku Prempeh, following his confirmation as running mate to Dr. Bawumia. Potential successors have now come forward to pick their nomination to replace Dr. Poku Prempeh, including his brother, Nana Owusu Prempeh. Meanwhile, the party intends to close nomination tomorrow to fasten the election process scheduled for Sunday. Now, let's take you to the constituency. My colleague Nana Wachi Yadum is on the ground. He joins us live with more. Nana, how many people have filed nominations so far? Nana, you would have to position rightly for me. I want to find out how many people have picked their nomination forms so far. What are their names? We know that the nomination is currently ongoing. So tell us how many people have filed for nomination so far. Nana, I can hear you clearly. I'm asking you how many people have filed for nomination so far.
So far, a number of people have come into the Menchia South constituency office here to file their nomination as the NPP opens it officially today. A number of them have been coming in. We have the party chairman for the region, Bernard Njibosiako, alongside the chairman for the elections committee, who is also here. They have gone through the process as aspirants who come in to pick their forms that do so successfully. I have here with me the General Secretary of the Menchia South constituency, who has been observing the process. He tells me, he'll be telling me what will be going on here, what they are expecting from the aspirants who are coming in to pick their nominations today. I mean, so far, how many aspirants have picked their nominations?
So far, 4 people have picked nomination forms.
Do we have their names?
Yes, please. We have Nana Owusu Prempeh. We have lawyer Nana J. Bafwewa, James Owusu Buachi, and Akwesi Koka Jembibi. 4 of them so far.
So far, 4 people who have picked up their nominations. What are your expectations from these aspirants?
My expectation is simple: for us to have a very peaceful primaries come 14th of July, this coming Sunday in Menchia South constituency, as we've always done. Very peaceful elections, always. Same thing we expect.
The committee that sat now, or that's chairing this whole electoral process here, are you promising a free and fair process for these aspirants to pick up their nominations today?
Yes, of course. As the chairman of the committee said, Chairman Buttigieg said, come Sunday, we are really going to have free and fair elections in Menchia South, as we've always done in Menchia South.
Is that a promise to these aspirants? Because when I engaged some of them earlier, their concerns or what they are expecting of you is to provide a free and fair elections for them come Sunday. Are you assuring them of a free and fair electoral process?
The question is, has somebody raised any concern relative to free and fairness in this election? No. So I promise you that we are going to have a very free and fair election, as we've always done in Menchia South. Free and fair elections on Sunday.
Now, the big day is tomorrow, when we are having the unveiling of Dr. Matthew Poku Prempeh as running mate to Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. What are your preparations so far for tomorrow?
You are in the constituency. You can see the whole of the region. All hotels have been booked, flight booked everywhere. Come tomorrow, inshallah. We are going to have a very big program. That's the outdooring of the incoming vice president and the incoming president of Ghana, inshallah, tomorrow at the Jubilee Park of Kumasi.
But what does the preparation look like?
I mean, as I said earlier on, everybody in Kumasi is kind of ready to receive the team tomorrow at Jubilee Park.
All right, thank you so much. And that is the General Secretary of the Menchia South constituency. The NPP has officially opened nominations for the parliamentary contest, which is slated for Sunday. And so 4 people have so far picked up their nomination, including the brother of the current Member of Parliament, Dr. Matthew Poku Prempeh. His brother, his blood brother from the Apejafi, Nana Owusu Prempeh, has picked up his nominations today. Another person, Nana JB, who is also from the Menchia Palace, has also picked his forms, and 2 others have also done the same. We are expecting some other people to also pick up their nominations as the NPP officially opens its nominations for others to contest the Menchia South parliamentary seat. Over to you, Fosti.
Now let's head to Parliament, because Parliament traditional and community leaders of Adama have taken their battle against Electrocam to Parliament. The company awarded over 40 acres of land of concession to mine salt in Songo Basin. Now, they are clashing with community members. Clashes between community members and Electrocam security operators over salt mining in the basin have on several occasions resulted in the deaths of community members. While offering testimony to a joint committee of Parliament, Adama Divisional Queen Mother Na Kwale I and Abraham Tete Karim, spokesperson for the Ada Sogon Lagoon Association, claimed that the company has displaced numerous indigents and taken over their lands, including cemeteries.
Portions, ABC. I have a map here, the ABC, and Macaulay's concession is around here. That is Macaulay's concession, which is the salt project, and he was giving that site, which I have the documents here right now with me. And on behalf of the government, it was Bedietuo Asante who signed on behalf of the government. And he was giving the salt project, which in fact, when we calculate, just about 9,000 acres, where he was supposed to work on, and then while the community members also go by their day-to-day activities. On and on, I have a receipt here. Instead of Dr. Macaulay going to pay his first payment and paying it on the A column, I just don't know what happened. He went and paid, and on the receipt, it was B. How did he went to the B? And where has the proof? Where is the proof showing that he has to, the B has been given?
When you look at the 41,000 that we are talking about, all our villages, some of our villages, our farms, wherever, our everything fell within our cemeteries, our everything have fall within the 41,000 acres of land. And because you have ratified that whole 41,000 to Electrocam, Electrocam have took possession over all the villages. Therefore, whoever is living within that 41,000 become a trespasser. That is why we are suffering the brutality, the beatings, and today as I'm speaking to you, even military are patrolling the place as I'm speaking to you.
A ranking member on the Mines and Energy Committee assured the community leaders of Parliament's readiness to get their grievances addressed.
South Africa, even oil, Nigeria, the Delta region, wherever there's mineral, there's bound to be contention. That one, from ancient days, we just have to find a way of dealing with it. And fortunately, it's like everybody is not against Electrocam operating. I've never heard that here. And for me, that is refreshing. The only concern is that how can we have a win-win situation? Once there is that understanding that we just need a win-win situation, I'm confident that we'll find a solution.
Well, Electrocam, the company at the heart of this dispute, is denying displacing the indigents of Adama. Well, let's do some more stories now. More than 500,000 candidates are sitting for this year's Basic Education Certificate examination. That's according to the West African Examination Council. WAEC says that government is making arrangements for the release of the remainder of the examination fees to the council. We'll hear from them in a bit. First, let's take you to some examination centers. We start from the Ashanti region. Clinton Yeboah is our man on the ground. Clinton, what can you report?
All right, currently I am at the Bekwai Municipality where I've visited 3 examination centers, the dominantly MHHS, of course, Open SHS, and among Gracia SHS. Just as I mentioned, they are very calm here, also provide and they disclose what misconduct have been recorded since the exams. 7 schools are writing the Council for Open SHS with a total number of 232 candidates. With Anya Center, there are 200 registered candidates. And one interesting thing is that out of this, there is one nurse mother and 4 absentees. That's 4.
Now, Clinton, 2 pregnant girls, 1 nursing mother, and 4 absentees have been recorded at 3 centers that you visited. Tell us more about that.
All right, so 2 pregnant girls from 2 schools are writing the exam for their pregnancy, and they are at least 3 months into their pregnancy. When I spoke to them, they were very confident of acing the papers that they have written so far. And they said that their pregnancy will not be a hindrance to their success in terms of how they are going to survive writing all the papers.
Clinton Yeboah. Let's come now to the Greater Accra region. My colleague Semefa Rejoice Pesu has been engaging some students in some centers she visited.
Prior to the examination, we're doing some English sample questions that was supposed to be. But instead of using that one, we rather use the old format. So it was funny. The questions were funny.
So looking at the questions, are you confident of getting an A, A1 or what?
Yes, I'm confident. Yes.
And that confidence, do you have it in the rest of the papers?
Yes, I'm sure. Okay, I'm not going to say that, but everything was fine.
So whatever you learned came? Really? So should be expecting an A?
Yes. It was quite easy. It wasn't for the best.
For the best. So we should also hope for the best in terms of your results, right?
Now let's hear from WAEC. John Kapi has been explaining measures that WAEC has put in place to ensure that examination malpractice is halted.
So far, we've received 55.873 million Ghana cedis, so representing about 65%, and so the rest of it is being worked on. I have not done the arithmetic of it right now, but at least what we have is 55.873 million Ghana cedis. Usually, we have our sensitization programs that we organize across the country to meet a cross-section of the candidates and to sensitize them on the do's and don'ts of the examination. This year, we actually did intensify our interaction with the candidates. We also did some media interactions where we drew the attention of parents to some of the lapses on their part, which results in what the children do, and also admonished them to desist from, providing certain things for their children that will not augur well for them in terms of them being honest in writing the examinations. Now, we have also ensured that all supervisors and invigilators will do a thorough search of all candidates who are coming in to write the examination so as to ensure that nobody, carries anything that should not be in the examination hall into the halls.
Away from BCE, traditional authorities in Alavan in the Hohoi municipality of the Volta region have reaffirmed their commitment to ensuring peace and harmony in the area, which has experienced protracted land disputes. A senior divisional chief of Alavan, Togbe Fiaya, has stressed that the actions of his subjects would remain within the confines of the law and perpetrators will be punished accordingly.
Addressing pertinent issues in the Alavan traditional area, the newly installed senior divisional chief and left-wing chief of the Paramountcy, Togbe Fiaya VI, lamented the lack of development in the area due to the protracted land dispute with their neighbors in Konya. Taking up the mantle of leadership, he hopes to transform Alavan into a preferred investment zone by maintaining peace in the area.
Over some years now, almost a century now, we have lacked investment from investors, especially commercial farmers and company owners, because of the conflicts we have experienced over the years. I am very happy and delighted that we are enjoying peace for almost 6 years now. We've not had any conflict up to now, and I hope this continues. Under my tenure, I will make sure that there is tranquility, sustainability of peace between these two communities, Alavan and Nkonia. They are our brothers, our neighboring community. We don't need to fight. We need to unite and help each other push forward development. So my tenure as the chief of Alavan community, I shall make sure that peace has become the oxygen we breathe every day during my tenure.
He warned that any individual whose action would be found to disrupt the peace would be dealt with.
Actually, our country is being governed by a set of laws, the Constitution. Therefore, our people should be prepared to live according to the law, within the framework of the law. I am not going to joke when it comes to building peace between Alavan and Nkonia. Whoever goes against the law will be dealt with seriously, especially with our customary practices in Alavan. So I'm urging all meaningful citizens of Alavan to promote peace before and after the 2024 general election.
Fred Kwame Asari, Joy News, Alavan.
Let's head to the Upper West Region. The Upper West Regional Director of the Food and Drugs Authority, Kelvin Dafari, has disclosed that Tramadol and other illicit drugs are now being sold by food, mobile money vendors and owners of boutiques in the WA municipality. The drug, by law, cannot even be sold to owners of over-the-counter medicine outlets. Mr. Sumpa spoke at a workshop in WA to sensitize traditional rulers, assembly members and opinion leaders on the effect of abusing drugs. Rafiq Salam reports from WA.
The Upper West Regional Director of the Food and Drugs Authority, Kelvin Dafari Songpal, there is an increase in sale and abuse of Tramadol in the region. The drug, which is not even an over-the-counter drug, is now sold on the streets by food and mobile money vendors and boutiques, necessitating for them to organize a workshop to sensitize duty bearers on the issue.
They have moved from the traditional selling of Tramadol in pharmacies and over-the-counter shops. Over-the-counter shops are not supposed to even sell Tramadol because it's a prescription-only medicine. But those days they used to sell, so we've been able to stop them. But now they sell it in what? Boutiques. In the community level, people who do mobile monies are now selling Tramadol. So that's why we thought it wise we should involve our honorable assembly members, have a dialogue with them, so that if we're able to organize community sensitization programs and sensitize the people so that they know the effect of what they are doing, at least, and to help us solve the problem. And you know, once the problem is at the community level, the camps, the youth group, they sell it. So, and the assembly members, they know this will come. We're hoping that after this program, we were able to push out for us so that we educate them. And those who will continue to do, they themselves and make sure that the law takes place.
Kelvin Dafari Songpal warned that after the sensitization at the community and schools in the region, persons found to have infringed on the law will be severely dealt with.
Anybody who is involved in selling Tramadol will send the person straight to the court and the law will take its place. But I think we have reaffirmed the issue of we getting people and giving them administrative charges or the court giving them administrative charges. That now what they want to see is that they want to see that the court now jails them, send them to prison centers so that they serve as a deterrent to those who want to come to them.
One municipal chief executive, Isakutai Movement, blamed the increase in crime rate in the municipality due to the intake of Tramadol and other illicit drugs.
If you look at what happens across the municipality these days, all the crimes that happens, the root cause is the use of these hard drugs. Otherwise, we know the moral fiber of the municipality and the people around here was so strong and so high. Until the infiltration and the penetration of some of these drugs, that we started seeing decay in the moral fiber of our people. So which means if we manage and we are able to do away with the effects of drug use, then we'll go back to the days when morality was so high in this municipality and across the country.
Participants commended the FDA for the workshop with the hope that it will help reduce the abuse of the drug in the municipality and the region at large.
A lot of youth are, abusing Tramadol, which is causing a lot of havoc in our communities. All these things, the thefts, the armed robbery cases that the community we are crying is due to some of this abuse. So when the person takes this Tramadol, it changes the system. The person can do anything. The person can kill without even realizing it. So I think it is something FDA, engage with we, the assembly members, and we are also, intend going to engage our communities to see what we are going to do, to reduce or just do away with this Tramadol abuse.
For the Pharmacy Council being the regulatory body that ensures the public interest, the high standards of pharmaceutical care, and collaborated with Food and Drugs Authority, as we always do, to engage with stakeholders in curbing the menace of drug abuse in the Upper West Region.
Reporting for JoyNews, Rafik Salam. Wow.
Let's take you now to the Volta region. Monica Amekofia, a seamstress from that region, was in her early 20s when she was convinced to participate in the first ever beauty pageant, Miss Ghana, organized by Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. She went on to make history by becoming the first winner of that competition. In this report, Maxwell Agbaba highlights her story.
Which the fairest of the land compete. And here is Miss Ghana herself.
It is the 4th of March 1957 at the Accra Community Center. A lady in her 20s from the then Volta Togoland, now the Volta region, has just been declared the winner of the first Miss Ghana pageant. Her name is Monica Amekofia.
Her name is Monica Amekofia, which means Kingmaker, a very appropriate name for a beauty queen. Her official title is Miss Ghana, and she's arriving at London Airport for a 12-day visit to Britain. And who better to show Monica the sights of London?
That is us. Wow. That is Daddy, Mommy. This is our elder brother, Paul. Oh, okay. And our elder sister, Henrietta.
The one who was christened.
Yes. The one who was christened. Yes. Yes, and then that's me.
I've now met two of Monica's children, Kofi Mara and Vivian Timin. Here, they are seated on a compound going through some old pictures of their mother after she won the first Miss Ghana competition. Kofi Mara says he was too young at the time to understand the weight of the title his mother carried. He narrates to me how his mom became the first Miss Ghana.
The famous Johnson baby powder advert.
Ladies, look at this once. You'll never see it again.
The bomb.
That's me in an advert with my mom, advertising Johnson's baby powder. Wow. I think it's 61 or so, or 60. I was born in 60. So it has been 60 because I don't think I was walking then.
Yes.
Yes. So your chance has gone. You haven't seen it again.
And that's Mommy here.
Yeah.
That's, I think, the same year she won when she went to
Britain.
England. Yes.
That's the embassy.
Ghana embassy. You can see the flag there.
The first time was when I was in secondary school.
Okay.
At St. Augustine's. And somebody brought a book, a history book of Ghana. And my mother's picture was in there.
Wow.
Yes. Yes. Her picture was in there. The history of Ghana, the independence of Ghana, and her picture was in there as the first Miss Ghana. That's when it dawned on me that she really was that important.
Yeah.
You know, the independence of Ghana, and she was the first beauty queen. So therefore she was the independence beauty queen.
Yeah.
Yes. So, and people kept on referring to me. Some people called Mr. Ghana in class. She was in a way a reluctant beauty queen. Well, according to her, and this is what she told us.
Yeah.
At the time the contest was being organized, they asked, young women from around the country to contest, to come forward. And in her hometown, she was selected. Okay. But she didn't want to go. And she thought that she'd be asked to parade naked.
Oh.
Yes. But the Queen Mother prevailed on her father, my mother's father, my grandfather, to permit her to contest, because that would bring honor to the town if she won.
Yeah.
Well, at that time, there were not many celebrities in Ghana.
That's true.
So she probably was one of the first celebrities.
Yeah.
But then, of course, she became the cynosure of all eyes. He received over 100 proposals.
I saw that publication in the Daily Graphic.
Yes. From all people.
Wow.
Lots of Ghanaians, perhaps other Africans, even an Englishman.
Wow.
Expressed interest in marrying her.
Yeah.
And that was, of course, it was too much for her. How was she going to
100?
How was she going to choose? And I don't know whether my dad expressed interest at that time.
Yeah.
He expresses concern about how modern beauty pageants are overly focused on women's physiques.
My problem now is that it has all become too westernized. There are too many. For instance, there's an emphasis on the way they should look.
Yeah.
Slender.
Yeah.
Tall.
Yeah.
Those days, that was not the emphasis.
True.
Yes, it was more the African beauty. Yeah. It's still a good thing to encourage.
You're still watching JoyNews Today. We're taking a quick breather. We'll be back with business, sports, and showbiz. To stay tuned in.
Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to the business segment on JoyNews Today with me, Pius Kojo Baka. Government recorded a marginal oversubscription of Treasury bills last Friday as interest rates eased. That's according to the auction results by the Bank of Ghana. Here's more in the following Business Desk reports.
Total bids of 3.34 billion cedis was higher than the previous week's result. The government accepted all the bids. 77.32% of the bids came from the 91-day bill. About 2.51 billion cedis were tendered and all were accepted. For the 182-day bill, 651.11 million cedis were tendered and the uptake was all. 182.68 million cedis were also offered for the 364-day bill and all were accepted. Meanwhile, interest rates continued to plummet, but marginally. The 91-day bill fell by 8 basis points to 24.78%. That of the 182-day bill also dropped by 6 basis points to 26.74%. However, the 364-day bill remained same at 27.78%.
Finance Minister Dr. Mohamed Amin Adam is now likely to present the mid-year budget review in the 4th week of this month. This is a new date the Finance Ministry is working with, meaning July 12, which is the Friday, as announced by Parliament, will not happen. George Yafe has more.
Majority Chief Whip in Parliament, Frank Anodompre, giving Parliament a hint of business for this week, announced that the mid-year review of estimates will be presented on 12th of July or July 15, 2024. However, Joy Business understands that will not happen. This is because there's supposed to be a cabinet briefing on this mid-year review that will take place on July 18, 2024. However, the presentation can be done after this date. The Finance Ministry is proposing July 23, 2024 for the media review presentation. However, Parliament rather wants 24th of July 2024. Sources say maybe there could be a compromise date for this presentation that could happen on July 25, 2024. For some, these developments are not shocking because the Finance Ministry will always propose the date subject to Parliament's approval when it comes to the presentation of the media review or the estimates as captured in the 2024 budget.
In more business news, total contributions to the state pension scheme for last year reached almost 7 billion Ghana cedis, and we've got more on that coming up on the marketplace with Darrell Kwao. That's it for business for now. Sports is next.